are back with another Transformers review. Today we are featuring Papatoys PPT-05 Ultrl Warrior and some Chinese characters right there that we do not know. A very nice artwork of Ultra Magnus. So this is their take on Legends class Ultra Magnus. Now, aside from talking about the Papatoys PPT-05 Ultra Magnus, we are going to do a comparison video. It's kind of like another versus video. So I have gotten one of my through my friends from Malaysia. I've gotten MFT Ultrl Magnus, and today we're going to feature that too. We're going to do a little comparison, but our main focus today is really this nice little hefty box right here. It's a big box for a Legends class figure. So we got a nice trailer mode, we got the product shot, we got some guns, the iconic rocket launchers of Ultra Magnus. Looks like we got a Matrix 2. It says here truck mode, weapons. That's pretty much it, nothing more. It says here human vehicle complex. Wow. So very plain looking box, just a nice art. You see some fadings and some wearing on Ultra Magnus's body. Possibly this is because they were fighting in Planet Junkion, but who knows. But this is it. So let's, without further ado, let's get to see what's inside the package. I have removed the tape, and let's free Ultra Magnus from his plastic prison. So this is that little plastic prison, and as you can see, this guy is big for a Legends class figure. That is one chunky piece of robot right there. What are these? I don't know what these things are. Looks like they're... I'll get to figure that out later. But we got the manual. Let's see what's in the manual. Very straightforward manual. Nothing fancy about it, nothing to write home about. And let's remove, ooh, there's a smudge of paint. And let's, wow, this is heavy, whoa. This is a very heavy, chunky piece of toy. Wow. Not something that I would expect from a Legends class figure, so let's, remove all this. That's a huge gun. That can be a gun for a deluxe class or a Voyager class. We got his blaster, another blaster right here. You can see that nice shiny black gun. We got the Matrix of Leadership to light our darkest hour. There we go, really nice sculpt right there. We got these things. I don't know what these... Oh, they're face. They're faces. Look at that. Alternate faces for Ultra Magnus. So someone's... This one's shouting. That's pretty cool. I don't know what's the difference between this dude. It's like this one looks like he's hurt. But we got alternate faces. So that's pretty nifty. I like that. I'm gonna get this thing away. So let's focus on the toy right now. Let's check this out. Do we have ankle? Wow, we have ankle tilts. That is pretty nifty. That is cool. So we got Ultra Magnus right at the get-go. I'm telling you, when you take him outside of his plastic prison, he feels heavy. It feels like a chunky old deluxe class from Hasbro. It feels like this guy, and he's almost deluxe. So this is Drift from the Generations line, and he's as heavy as this guy, even more I think. And he's almost as tall as a deluxe class figure, but he's even taller. So I would say he's like a small Voyager maybe, or like a tall deluxe. I'm not sure, but it's somewhere in that range. So we're gonna get rid of Drift. And like what I told you, this is going to be a comparison video between the MFT Ultrl Magnus, which is a version 2. If you remember, I reviewed the MFT Ultrl Magnus a couple of years ago, and wow, that is just small in comparison. That is just freakingly small. And let's put the version 1 Ultrl Magnus from MFT. Wow, we can see the very big difference in size. That is just disappointing in size. So I was very happy when I got this. It's because I like the robot design, and it is from MFT, and it is their much awaited version 2. But I never realized putting them together, because there's so much dust, and I think there's like some black thingamajigs on my version 1 MFT Ultrl Magnus. This one's even taller than this guy, but still pales in comparison to the height of Papatoys. That is just something. So we're gonna get rid of version 1. If you want to see the review of the version 1 Ultrl Magnus from MFT, I'll put the link in the description. You can check that out. But today we focus more on these guys. So let's give him the gun. So I'm thinking, because the hand is placed that way, I'm thinking that this thing has a wrist swivel of some sort. Because how can I? Yes, I can feel it, but it's a little too stiff. Wow, that is stiff. Even more stiff than MFT. Wow. And it doesn't really go all the way. I'm afraid to push it in because I haven't really played around with this toy yet. So this is with their blaster. As you can see, this blaster right here is almost the whole leg of MFT version 2 Ultrl Magnus. That is just one huge blaster right there. You could most likely put this other blaster here. Man, that is tight. And of course, oh geez, that is just scary. It feels like the ball joint might come off. That is just one scary ball joint. And how do we put these? Oh, so the rockets, the missiles, they come in squarish hole peg thingamajig. It's not the usual round one that we get to see. Okay, so there. So both of them are armed, and I think it would be a little shame if we don't give the MFT Ultrl Magnus all of the weaponry that came along with them. So they both come along with 2 blasters, but right now you know which one is more Ultrl Magnus looking. Design wise, I really think that the MFT has a really nice design. Check out that head sculpt. Check out that head sculpt. That is pretty cool. You see that? And the whole design of the chest, it's very cartoonish. It's like the one from the movie, but it is thin and it is small. Right? So that's one of the gripes that I have right away with the MFT. Let's check out this little fellow right here. He's not even little. So the Magnus that we have right here is the PPT-05. You can see that he has that police kind of shades looking face. You know, the eyes looks like police shades, and he's like an enforcer of some sort. Now, he reminds me of certain episodes from the Transformers where Ultra Magnus had that look, but you know, the animation changes every now and then, but it is also okay. It's not as cool as the MFT one, but he does resemble Ultra Magnus, and I think maybe that is the reason why you get to have other, like, alternate faces for this guy. Like, this one is a shouty face right there. Now, another thing is that he comes along with the matrix, which I'll try to figure out most probably how to put it in there. I haven't really played around with this, but since I don't know how to transform PPT-05 yet, we'll save him for later. But today I'm going to show you how to transform the MFT one. So let's see who has a better transformation and a better truck mode. So we're going to have this guy transformed in a bit. Let's try to check out his competitor, the small but nicely designed MFT version 2 Ultra Magnus. So like what I told you, this Ultra Magnus has holes instead of slots, and they have like round pegs that you would have for the rockets. Now, I've been playing around with this guy. Special thanks again to Wei Loon. Thank you very much, Wei Loon from Malaysia. I think PJ, my friend from Malaysia, bought this from him. And give me a second. Let's just try to focus. Okay, so like what I told you guys, he looks really great. Articulation wise, works that way. You can do it this way, right? Has shoulder swivels, like so, just a little tight. Same goes with the legs, can go all the way here, can go all the way there. There we go. Has ankle tilts, which is a pretty much, it's a must now for Transformers. And I'm very happy that a lot of developers, third-party developers, are incorporating that. So pretty cool. Back, not a very sexy looking back, very exposed trailer cab. I know Ultra Magnus has a blue section on the back. I like this part though, very nice. The wheels could have been a little more colored with paint, like mag wheels, but this is what we get. So I told you he's pretty slim, he's pretty thin. Let's try to transform the guy. So the first thing that I'd like to do with this is you just snap off these sections like so, and they have panels like that. So just put the panels in this direction so it would expose Ultra Magnus's very wide arms. Now another thing I'd like to do is, after you do that, is you bring them up like so, align these arms, and you can then just pull. You can see that slides beautifully, and then from there you can, this is just the hard part. You have to, there's a joint here, and I just cut my fingernails, but it's hard if you don't have fingernails. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull that open, and then this top part right here, you can pull that so that there would be like a space right there, and then you can then bend it like so. So it's gonna look like this. So do the same thing on the other side. Oh man, that's just really hard to pry open. Oh, man. So you see that there's a groove section right here, because that can, oh man, there you go. And remember, get this top part pulled, okay, and then just pull it all up, okay, and just rotate it like so. So you're pretty much halfway, because that's the top part of the truck, right? So the next thing you want to do is you want to pull the body. You can see that there's a double joint right there, right? And then this head section, you would see that you can slide this whole truck assembly here, go to the back, flip out the legs, the wheels, There's a slider. You can see the slider. Just slide that forward so that you would have a full truck cab section. You see the head, just pop it down, pull the whole section up, and then this right here, this section, just grab onto it, latch onto that, and then just pull that up. That's going to be the cover of the top part of the truck. Now get the head and then slide it back in so that it would be hidden. There you go. That's how it's going to look like. See it? Okay, great. So almost there. Let's go to this part right here. Get these sections. These would be the ramps for your legs. Now just split them wide apart. Get these panels over here. I like these because they're like paneled sections. Now once you have that, you can then rotate this section right here. Give me a second, just a little too tough. There we go. Okay, so you would fold it like that. So just make sure that you can do that on the other side. Okay, so now that you have this, you take these sections, rotate them, just jimmy it over here. Rotate that so it's going to be at the side. And now put those two together. You would see like there's a hole here, peg here, peg here. Peg them together like so. Straighten the whole section out. And then you will see the side skirts, just flip them up like that, because what's going to happen now is you're going to unfold this whole section. So it's just like you're unfolding trap doors. There you go. Same goes with this. Unfold those trap sections right there, and it would lock into that slot. There you go. Okay, just bring this whole assembly down, and then you would hear that lock in place. Now you notice that the wheels are not aligned with the wheels on the cab, so what you do is you just rotate this and do the same thing here. It is a pretty long process. So once you have that now, what I like to do is I'd like to hide the gun, this gun right here. There's a midsection where you can just fold the handle, and then just put the midsection here. It just locks in there. Don't worry, there's a definite slot that you can feel that it would lock in. And then all you have to do now is just, you see these two pegs right here, there's a slot where you can put that in. There we go, between the last leg section, the rear leg section I mean, and there you have it. Now put the rockets at the side, and there you have MFT Ultrl Magnus. I kept the ramp down. We're going to talk about that in a bit. So one of the things that I'd like to tell you that he rolls well, but right at the get-go you can see that this is a very small figure. This is not, I don't even consider this as legend size in truck mode, because I'm going to show you this. This is legend size hot rod. And that, if this is your truck, if this is Ultra Magnus, this is one gigantic hot rod right there. That is one humongous hot rod. So it's not up to scale. Definitely not up to scale, right? You can't even put, see, it's too big. You can't even put MFT hot rod on top of him like he's carrying a bunch of cars. He's supposed to be a car carrier, and this thing right here is just extremely small. Now I found what scales best with him, and you know what it is? This guy's not Legends class. He's Minicon class, because Minicons fit perfect on him. They look great on him. He's like an oversized mini-con. That's not a Legends class figure, ladies and gentlemen. This is a mini-con size figure. So I'm a little disappointed why MFT took this route. I mean, they had a pretty big Ultra Magnus with the first version, the one that they copied from, I think it was Iron Factory, but this is their own design, and it's just a little disappointing because it's too small. So you could put these mini cons down the ramp, and then they look great. But other than that, you can't put an MFT size vehicle on this Ultra Magnus. Now I like the fact that it rolls, okay? But another thing that my gripe is, you can't put this extra gun. It doesn't even, well, it just holds itself by friction and by gravity, but it doesn't really peg well. It rolls though. I like that. That's one thing. And he looks great. The color just looks great. I like it. Design wise, I think it's a little droopy. This is like inclined going down to the front part of the cab, and that's it. So we're going to keep this guy in truck mode. We are going to return to the main reason why we're doing this review. So we saw the competitor. Let's see what PPT-05 has to offer. I'm going to pause the video. When we come back, we're going to transform this guy. I'm going to learn how to transform this guy, and we'll continue. I'll be right back. Okay, now I am back, and we have Ultra Magnus again. This is Ultra Lore Warrior from PPT, which is Papatoys PPT-05. Just give me a second. And I was going through the manual, and I was trying to transform him, and I just realized something. One of these two copied each other. It's like somebody copied the homework and they just changed it up a bit. But I'm not sure who copied who, but it is notoriously similar with the transformation. And from news, we've also heard that Papatoys or MFT had that thing where the other company was trying to get a hold of the hot rod mold and the engineering. So for this guy, so let me just try to put hot rod together with Ultra Magnus. I think they scale great. They scale well in robot mode. That is exactly how I pictured hot rod together with Ultra Magnus. So PPT so far has the whole scaling down correct when it comes to robot mode, but is it going to be any different when it comes to its truck mode? So let's take a look at that right now. Now I told you that it is notoriously similar to the MFT version, so let's get along with it. Now before that, I told you I'll try to figure out how to put the matrix, and I just noticed how to do that. So the matrix is now here. All you have to do is just flip this section open and you would be able to see the matrix. Okay, so one thing that I noticed is that it's the same shoulder section that you have. So you have to flip out these sections right here. Now the only thing that changed would be these locks that you would see on the very top. So they fold like this. All you have to do is just unfold that. Okay, and let's try to put that right there. My camera is I need to get a new stand. It's refusing to look up. I think the ball joint on this thing is just loose, because it's a ball joint thing. So all you have to do is just just open these sections, straight align these things like so, and then just flip them open, just like that. And the wonderful thing is that this is easier than the MFT. Now once you notice that once you flip that from this section, you would see that it would lock here, so it becomes secure. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, now once you do that, just rotate them. Sorry, before you rotate them, this is like double jointed, so you can see that it's, there you go, and then just fold this section here, and then just close this top part. So do the same thing here, double section, see that, fold it here, right, rotate this thing, and then just close this. And as you do that, you can then combine these two, but that's going to lock it. So what do we do next? Hands, notoriously similar. Pull them out like so. It makes it longer. Now you can see that it's not aligned, so you rotate them. You rotate. Be careful, it's just very stiff. Okay, locking pegs, locking pegs. Alright, almost there. Now one thing that's very similar is that the gun. So I really noticed that the similarity was here when you can peg the gun in the middle so that it can be a little more sturdy, like that. Somebody really copied and stole the engineering technique from this. Okay, next, slide this. This is where it changes. Slide this all the way up. Okay, you see that? So you would see this section right here. Pull this, before you pull anything, you would see that there's a cover here, and that's just enough. There's just enough room for you to just get your fingernails in there. Bring this up like so, but before that, rotate the head, and then just get this here. This is the, oh man, this is the hard part. I had a hard time pulling that. Or you could, I guess you could, nah. How did I do that? I was trying to push it somewhere. There. Oh man, I need something to pry it, like push it down. There you go. You see, because this is that thing right there, I'm not sure you're seeing it. It needs to go all the way out. I can't really do that with my fingernails right now because it's not that long enough. Jeez. I did it the first time. There you go. So once you have this section, so that was a little tricky. Just get the smokestacks done, and then you can rotate it, right? And then there's a slider. You could slide it all the way there. Rotate the head, and then just fold this right there. Get the wheels, flip them out. You're halfway there. Okay. That was the only difference. Now, this is the very same thing with MFT. Flip these things, spread them apart, pull out the panels, there, pull it out. That's going to unlock this section. You can then fold it, right? Rotate these, put them to the side, put them to the side, lock these two, okay? There's a locking peg there. Just can't find it. There we go. And once they're locked, bring this section, fold it, bring this whole assembly down. Alright? So it's a slider as well. It slides up, and you can slide it down. Right? That's how it works. So just unfold this section, and it's going to peg there. Do the same thing. Unfold this section. Just let it lock. There's a lock there somewhere. There you go. Just make sure that locks in place. Unfold this. It's a little stiff. Be careful. There you go. And now you have that. So you'll notice that the wheels again are not in line, so just rotate them. Bring them down. same thing as MFT. And now they're aligned. Bring this whole assembly down, lock it in. There's a lock there, and bada bing, bada boom, you got Ultra Magnus in its truck mode. So this is the PPT-05 Ultra Magnus. This is from Papatoys, right? Swivels in truck mode, definitely bigger, right? Let's see if we can. It's still big to have it with MFT hot rod. And remember that MFT hot rod is smaller in truck mode compared to PPT hot rod. So that is definitely still not to scale in car mode. But can we put it on top? Yeah, we can. It's not that bad looking anymore, right? Let's try to get another thing. Here is MFT Springer. Yeah, that doesn't look that bad. It's still big, but compared to this, right? That Springer is humongous, right? Let's get rid of Springer. So let's compare these two. You can see just how big Papatoys is. Truck design, MFT has. Beautiful color, beautiful design. This is a little plain. No red grill, silver grill, plain looking cab. Very dull, no accent. It's very dull. This, on the other, oh, I forgot. We're on rockets inside. Just put them here, and it's complete. There you go. Just put the rockets. There you go. So, height advantage. Big, really nice looking truck. Small, very wonderful design. Right? Minicon scale, almost Legends class scale on this one. But the design is too bland for me. Size definitely wins on this guy. Size definitely wins on that. See how small it is. MFT. Okay. Both rolls well. They both roll well. Another sad part is whoever copied who definitely didn't solve the mystery of putting the second handgun somewhere. At least for the MFT, it sits somewhere. You could peg it here and just let gravity do its thing. But this guy doesn't really have anything. It's like you just put nothing. You can't. This is kibble. You can't do anything. If we put the car here, they even look better with the minicons. Let's get another minicon in there. It looks a lot better with the minicon, right? But this one too looks okay if the minicons in there. But overall, we have yet, ladies and gentlemen, we have yet to see a really nice scaled Legends class Ultra Magnus. But so far, I think Papatoys wins the alternate mode round. So the alt mode, the vehicle mode, definitely goes to Papatoys. We're going to do a last pause. We're going to transform them to their robot modes and have a final comparison between MFT Ultra Magnus and PPT-05 Ultra Magnus. So we're finally back, and we got them all back in robot mode, in their robot mode, and we can see again how different these two are in size. But before we have our final say on this, let's bring MFT version 1 Ultra Magnus, the one with the hammer of justice, which is not really, I mean, there was really no hammer of justice in the G1. I think it's really more of a what do you call this, IDW kind of thing, which is not really bad, right? And then we have, like, I think Transformers Prime had one too. So let's put Hot Rod here together with PPT Ultrl Magenus because he's also PPT. Okay. In a second, trying to make sure he is placed correctly. Looks like he doesn't stand. Come on, stand, Hot Rod. There you go. So there you have it. So, what do I say? I like MFT for its cartoonish face sculpt, and the design is okay. I just really don't like the plain looking flat chest. The size is definitely a big minus on this guy, but articulation and transformation, I think he has a better transformation. It's possible that they owned the design and Papatoys stole it, but this is faster. It took me fast. I mean, I was able to transform this faster, shorter time for me to take the transform. This one is a little different, a little difficult, especially with the backpack part, PPT-05. So they're both great looking Ultra Magnus. I like to keep the MFT one in robot mode, but definitely the truck mode wins for PPT. PPT has a better and bigger truck mode, and in this situation, bigger is better. So let's put some other Ultra Magnus in the background. So here is Hasbro's. I thought that PPT would be as big as that, but no, Hasbro is still bigger. So let's get rid of some of the Ultra Magnus first. Let's put him here. So this is Siege Ultra Magnus. There you go. And he is definitely bigger. But the biggest is still this guy right here. So we have, is this Combiner Wars? Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. There you go. And he still towers over the other Ultra Magnus, or Ultra Magni, because it's plural. Ultra Magnus, Ultra Magni, you get it. But that is pretty much it. Now I would like to put Fans Project Ultra Magnus in my Classics Ultra Magnus, but I can't really find them. So final say, I would definitely get MFT for just robot mode and just to look at him and probably put him together with the rest of the MFT Autobots. He is still bigger than the usual MFT Autobot, but I think I would definitely go with size and scaling with with PPT Ultra Magnus. One last thing, let's put Jinbao Optimus Prime together with PPT Ultra Magnus, and they look great. Even if you partner Jinbao with MFT, it's still okay. I mean, MFT, PPT, whatever rocks your boat, Optimus Prime is still okay with it. So, I hope you liked the video today. Thank you very much for watching. Again, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, especially for those people that have recently been subscribing. Just a heads up, we're 200 people away from, subscribers away from hitting 1,000. Yeah, that's amazing. So we're almost there, people. We're almost there. And thank you again to our sponsors. Thank you again for Fern-D for making us healthy. So these, again, are available. Put the description on the link. Fern-D is a it's a food supplement that helps you become healthy, fights COVID, helps you stay healthy all throughout the day. So thank you very much, Fern-D, our sponsors right there. So that is pretty much it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much again for watching. Please again hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you have any comments, feedback, leave them down below. I appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching. Again, my name is Chompy, and remember, till all are one, peace out, rock and roll. Bye everybody.